Hello there, and welcome back to the FRODO YouTube channel. My name is Will, and as always, Jack is here.
How we doing?
So today, Jack, we're doing Candyman, which is a staple of your, I'm going to assume, childhood, considering all the messed up movies you watched when you were younger. So yeah, literally, I know nothing about this film apart from the urban legend that it's based on. Was this an urban legend before and the film was made on it, or was this just a film and then the urban legend kind of came from the film?
I'm pretty sure it was created and then it come off of this sort of, it was made for the film. But funny enough you said that about my childhood. I saw this film about 3 years ago.
Oh really?
It had completely flown by my radar.
Yeah, because obviously, like, in the UK, we don't really, Candyman isn't really like a thing. It's Bloody Mary's the thing, isn't it? So if it's like a similar premise, I don't know. Yeah, urban legends freak me out, so anything like Ringu with like the tape, watching the tape, if there's a part where it's like, don't say it in the mirror or whatever, it's just gonna creep me out a lot. So yeah, this film's gonna play on my psyche quite a bit, I think, after I've watched it.
Do you know who actually wrote the story for this and all the Candyman tale? Clive Barker,
Oh.
who did Hellraiser. For how good this opening is. This was very similar to the 2021 one.
Oh, Tony Todd.
This is where Tony Todd comes from, the horror icon.
Tony Todd is in one of my favourite films I've ever seen, which is The Man from Earth.
So this is all Clive Barker again, his genius mind.
They will say that I have shed innocent blood. What's blood for, if not for shedding?
Are those bees?
Yeah.
I love the bees.
I'll split you from your groin to your gullet.
It's a lot of bees.
So Billy began. He looked in the mirror and he said,
Candyman. 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 Candyman.
but she said his name the last time.
Candyman.
She turned out the lights.
Ooh, that made me jump there.
That must have been a lot of blood if it just came through the ceiling like that.
Billy got away.
It's a very quick opening. I do like a quick opening. Straight in.
The primordial reptile.
There we go, we got the pervy like professor, you know, like, yeah, I'm good with the girls, yeah.
The lovely wife.
Oh, it's her husband.
Well, it's a guy from Modern Family, isn't it?
You thought that was Cam from Modern Family?
So you want to tell me about this girl? What's her name? Stacy. She could barely look me in the eyes, Trevor, and I swear she was blushing.
I never ever saw that happen at university.
You promised you wouldn't do the Urban Legends lecture until next semester. You knew that Bernadette and I were gathering data from the freshmen, so why did you have to ruin it?
Honey, you're my wife and I love you dearly, but you can't expect me to hold up their education while the two of you complete your thesis.
I want thesis on urban legends. I like that.
Candyman, Candyman, Candyman.
Candyman, huh?
Oh, that's 4 times.
Yes, have you
They've said
heard
Candyman 4 times in that room. If they say it one more time, is it going to come out, or is it because it's...
It's not in front of a mirror.
No, it's true, yeah.
Everybody's scared of him once it get dark. He live over at Cabrini. My friend told me about him.
Cabrini Green.
Yeah, in the projects.
So Ruthie called 911, and she said there's somebody coming through the walls. And they didn't believe her.
They thought the lady was crazy, right?
Mm-hmm. So she called 911.
Really believe
and they still
thing of like, you know, just like normal people talking and like gossip on the street.
She was killed with a hook. Yeah.
Ugh.
It's true. Yeah, it is. I read it in the papers. Candyman killed her.
They're doing a good job making him sound scary, because a guy called Candyman with a hook for a hand sounds like a children's character.
This is literally like the same music they're using for the 2021
Oh.
one as well. Literally like the same soundtrack.
Surely if he killed 21 people, she would have heard of him already.
It's in the projects
Oh.
in Cabrini Green.
I won't even drive past there. Heard a kid got shot there the other day.
Every day.
Yeah, every day. I see what you mean. No one cares what happens in that place.
Killer, or killers, they don't know which, smashed their way through the back of this cabinet. See, there's no wall there. There's only a medicine chest separating us from the other apartment.
So that's real. There was an actual killer in Chicago that was doing that.
I think I'd block that up if I knew that.
Yeah, I know.
Candyman, 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 Candyman.
Candyman.
It's really well acted. That hesitation felt really like genuine.
So that one doesn't count because they didn't switch the lights off.
No, you just got to say his name. Oh my god, that made me jump.
Come on, show you there has to be some kind of religious themes in this film, with music like this and the crosses on the wall.
Come up in here.
Excuse me, y'all can come up
What
in
are you
here.
looking for?
Just going up to see a friend of ours.
Sure you're not the police? Huh?
So these are actual gang members.
Really?
That's the funny bit.
So this is all in a real apartment block in Chicago.
Yeah, Cabrini Group.
Helen,
What's the problem?
a woman died in there. Leave it.
For someone who's big in urban legends, she's not very big into exploring these urban legends that much.
I know, it was a bit of a scaredy cat.
Wait a minute.
This is where he crawled through, right?
Oh, there's not going to be a back bit, is there? Oh, there is. Oh. Oh, that's cool.
Damn it.
Such a cool shot, isn't it?
Is that Tony Todd then? That's not creepy at all.
And you should be like, that's normal.
Bernadette! Sorry. I ran out of film. I've got to go back.
Hey, what y'all doing in there?
We're from the university.
Well, you don't belong here, lady. You don't belong going through people's apartments and things.
He's a beautiful little boy.
And he's all I got.
What's his name?
Anthony.
Sounds like he's got a bit of a breathing problem. Like, he's literally like... She got a pug.
I heard her screaming. I heard her right through the walls. I dialed 911. Nobody came.
So it's a good under message of class struggles and racial struggles in America, it seems.
Spat over people. It's quite extraordinary.
Stephen Fry.
I was going to say, that's Stephen Fry.
I'm being very nice.
So how are our two most beautiful graduate students getting along?
I'm sure we're gonna have something for you in a week or so. It's just that we only went to Cabrini today.
Ah, Candyman country.
Oh, he knows.
Well, Helen, you do know the story, don't you?
No.
That's you. That's going to be you in your 50. You don't know history.
Candyman was the son of a slave. His father had amassed a considerable fortune from designing a device for the mass producing of shoes after the Civil War.
Bit of backstory, as you like a bit of backstory.
He had a prodigious talent as an artist, that he was commissioned by a wealthy landowner to capture his daughter's virginal beauty. Well, of course, they fell deeply in love, and she became pregnant. Father executed a terrible revenge. They chased Candyman through the town to Cabrini Green, where they proceeded to saw off his right hand.
So Candyman's a tortured soul seeking revenge.
They smashed the hives and stole the honeycomb and smeared it over his prone, naked body. Candyman was stung to death by the bees. They burned his body on a giant pyre and then scattered his ashes over Cabrini Green.
Also, it's like a project was built on a burial ground.
Almost, yeah. From like an Indian burial ground, or a little bit.
I liked how they told that backstory. That was pretty good.
Yeah, very good.
It's just like, just over dinner. It wasn't cheesy or anything.
Somebody building a bonfire?
Yeah, for the party.
Someone's gonna get burnt alive on that.
Candyman's in there?
My friend Charlie says so. A boy got killed there. His mom was at the checkout. She hears a boy screaming. There's a big tough guy. He runs over to check it out. Come out of there. and his hair turned white.
Was the boy murdered?
Worse, he's lying on the floor in a pool of blood, holding himself.
Ooh.
They found it floating in a toilet.
That's quite dark.
Oh yeah, it's risque. Just seems real, doesn't it? Like it just seems like how it'd be around there, and like in the projects as well, how people would talk. They've got it down very accurate. Bernard's done his research.
Sweets. What does that mean? Sweets for the sweet, does that say on the door?
Yeah. Sweets for the sweet. Come on, what's that from?
Sweets for my sweets.
Hamlet.
Shoot, oh.
It's in feces as well.
Oh yeah, isn't it? That's disgusting. This film's disgusting.
Candyman.
Oh, I didn't like that. Candyman.
Listen, I don't want to interfere with your business. I'm not a cop. I'll just get out of your way. Hey, come on, let me go.
I hear you looking for Candyman, bitch. Well, you found him.
So they're like some guy just trading off the name.
Number 5, step forward and say the line.
We hear you looking for Candyman, bitch.
Step back.
Oh, look at that eye.
Did he kill Ruthie Jean?
Oh, no question. Killed that poor kid as well. He ran the overlords. Oh, we knew everything about him. Only reason why we didn't bring him in before because we couldn't find anyone to testify.
See, that's another bit of racial undertone into that. The only reason why, the one time that they then attack a white person, then the police come in and do it. But the other times they were just black people, so they didn't care.
Yeah.
You haven't eaten already, have you?
No, of course not.
Yeah, that seems like a lie, doesn't it?
Oh, is he cheating?
Yeah, but you know what bugs me about the whole thing? 2 people get brutally murdered and the cops do nothing. Whereas a white woman goes in there and gets attacked and they lock the place down.
Yeah, I know.
See, she's made the point then as well.
Yep, there you go.
Oh.
Look at that dress.
Freshest drip in film history. Do you hear that? No footsteps then.
Helen.
Oh,
Yes?
that voice.
I quivered that bit, wasn't it?
It's like making my ear like tickle.
It is. I can't. I want you to soak this up.
Helen.
Who is that?
Helen, I came for you.
It's right in my ear.
You don't need to leave yet.
She genuinely looks in a trance, isn't she?
But I'm late.
You are not content with the stories, so I was obliged to come. Be my victim.
That noise, the squelch.
Be my victim.
Oh, God. Such a good performance, isn't it?
I am the writing on the wall, the whisper in the classroom. Without these things, I am nothing. So now I must shed innocent blood.
That's such a startling transition. Oh, Jesus, not the dog. Jesus, I've never seen a film like this before.
Police, open up! All right, hold it right there. Back away.
Good was that. That's my favourite scene from the movie. Maybe one more. That transition.
At approximately 10 p.m., Anne Marie McCoy returned to her apartment. She discovered her dog with its head cut off. She cried for assistance, at which point you attacked her with a meat cleaver.
Whoa.
Oh, at least the baby's still alive.
You notice that? Look, that's another thing. This is done so well in this one. She's just done that, yeah, and they instantly just let her out. Like, I know it's on bail, but look, that would never happen if that was the other way around. If it was like a black on black violence like that.
I didn't realise it was going to be this kind of film where she's accused of Candyman's crimes. I thought it was going to be she's being chased by him and she has to escape from him. Oh. I want Tony Todd to come back again.
It's so good, isn't it? Like,
He's been in it for 1 minute and he's already the best thing of this film. Something about going through old videotapes and film that just makes me creeped out.
oh God, that got big as well.
Believe in me.
Keep away from me!
I have the child. Allow me to take you, or he will die in your place. Your disbelief destroyed the faith of my congregation. Without them, I am nothing.
Also, that the gang members were like his disciples almost.
Essentially, it was like a form of it.
Come with me and be immortal.
Ooh.
See, it's like a form of saying, without even realising the drug dealer's being scared of that Candyman drug dealer, it fueled his energy almost.
Bernadette! Go!
Helen! Helen?
Oh, that coming in. That organ, isn't it?
I hate the noises, like the squelching noise. She keeps getting caught in very compromising situations. Oh. She kind of looks a bit like the Joker there with a purple jacket on.
To live in other people's dreams, but not to have to be. Do you understand?
I do have to say, if you haven't watched this film with headphones in, I'd recommend it, because his voice goes right into your ear.
No, you can't leave me here! I can't defend myself!
I think that's one of my worst fears, being put in like a psych ward when you're perfectly sane.
Is she? That's what it does play with a little bit though, doesn't it? Like,
What do the good know, except what the bad teach them by their excesses? Allow me at least to kiss. Just one exquisite kiss.
Have I been committed?
you murdered 2 people.
Now, for the past month.
Month?
Yes. We've been stabilizing you on a heavy dosage of
So
Thorazine.
she's been there for a month. She thought it was 1 day. Jeez.
The night you were admitted, did the killer appear to you?
What would you do if you were shown convincing evidence that you were insane?
You couldn't really comprehend, I don't think.
I can prove it.
How?
I can call him Candyman.
I don't like the pause after the 4th one every time.
Candyman.
Oh, I see him drag up with a hook.
You're mine now.
You could see the wires really clearly then, if you watch that.
Does she just kill another one?
Trevor, please be home.
Oh, she's gonna get in. Guess he's gonna be there. It's gonna be his side piece.
What are you doing here?
You knew I was never coming out, didn't you?
I think we should call the hospital.
It's another good thing about this horror. It's a horror film, but it's a very good character development and relationships between all the characters. I mean, the music is definitely one of the standouts of this film that I'm going to remember the most.
They will all abandon you. All you have left is my desire for you.
So I think I've kind of figured it out. So Candyman stole the baby, which is the baby that he was going to have with the original girl. Her is his new wife, basically. He's trying to rebuild the life that was taken from him.
Helen.
We had a deal.
Surrender to me now.
Is he crying?
Yeah.
Because even though he's a horror villain, you do feel sorry for him.
Real bees in his mouth. Real bees in his mouth. All real bees.
That's commitment.
Well, he had something in his contract where every time he was stung, he would get $1,000.
It was always you, Helen. So she was destined to be here, really. None of it was fate. It was all fate. None of it was coincidence. What's going on?
It was always you, Helen.
Yeah, so these are all like his disciples then. They're gonna do his bidding for him.
I knew you'd come.
Burn him.
Oh, so they're not really his disciples then. It's almost like just fulfilling the loop of the angry mob trying to kill him.
We must be on our way now, you and I. Our bones will soon be ashes, and we shall never be separated again.
See, Tony Todd's very good at being angry, but then that pain in his face of losing his loved one, you can see it as well. Oh, she's on fire like that.
Back to me!
She was like Anakin Skywalker then when she came out.
Did a bit.
We commend to Almighty God our sister Helen.
Oh,
and
she
we commit
died.
her body to the ground.
Oh, she's Candyman now. And she's coming for him.
Oh, Helen.
Well, that's twice.
Helen. Helen.
Ow.
What's the matter, Trevor?
I knew it.
Scared of something?
The deaths are so brutal in this.
Yeah.
That's a big paperclip. Look at the screams over the piano again. So now it's the shrines devoted to Helen, and so the loop just goes on and on. Very cool, very interesting.
Brilliant, isn't it? You didn't expect it from that,
No,
and
I
I didn't expect it to be a film like that when I first saw it. I thought it was just some stupid little thing you say his name.
I thought it was gonna be more of a slasher film, to be honest, but it was more of a psychological commentary on people's psyche and society. So Jack, that was Candyman. What did you think of it?
Again, watching it, that's my third time watching it, and it's still just, I had such a better experience with headphones on. I keep saying to you about like watching films in the cinema, like the sound as well, but having headphones on to hear Tony Todd's voice just made that 20 times better. But it's good rewatching it as well, just seeing how strong the story holds up. Like you said about it's a good story. It's got a structurally fantastic story, like for what it is about urban legends, and it works really well. Like my favourite parts about it are the trance scenes. I think the best bit was in the car park when she goes into those trances and just wakes up. As you said, it was such like it brought you out a loop when that transition from that into the flat, and it just panned up, and it was just like. It was just a hysterical drama instantly from like a click, accompanied with the music, the sound of that film, on top of some of the imagery as well. It was like biblical, and again, this is Clive Barker's writing and work, so you're going to get that. But yeah, I can't believe I left it so long and had not seen it, considering I've seen all these others when I was a child. It does so many good things so well, especially for times nowadays with like the racial themes and like the undertones. How well it's put in this is done how it should be done. Like it's just so subtle, but in a way where you're like, oh yeah, like, but that does happen. And it's not punching you in the face, but it's still done very well.
Yeah, no, I agree with what you said about what started out as a film about urban legends. I thought it was just going to turn into like she says Candyman in the mirror. And then Candyman gets unleashed like a Michael Myers kind of thing, causing terror in the town, and then it's about, or like a Hellraiser thing, where it's like, what sick ways is he going to kill these people? And that's going to be the appeal of it. That's why I thought maybe that's why he's such an iconic character, because he's just like disgusting kills. But he didn't kill many people in that. Yeah, so a film that I just thought was going to be about urban legends, that I thought was going to be a bit rubbish, turned into a big commentary on life, I guess, and what goes on in America and the struggles that people go through. And yeah, I thought that was pretty cool in a good way, because it sounds like we're doing this because the new one just came out, and it sounded like that tries to do that, but not very well. That's what you're saying. Whereas this one, I feel like did it quite well. It wasn't so like
it
in
does
your
do
face.
it. It's just it's very, very in your face, like over the top. And like, some people might enjoy it like that, but I enjoy it in this sense where it still addresses those issues, but it blends in really well with the story instead of just bringing you out for it and just having that message straight away. It blends in with the story really well.
Instead of it being the story, it mixes with the story. And yeah, Tony Todd, I think, like his character I really liked, because it was so many slasher people you don't like Leatherface and Michael Myers, like you don't feel sorry for them. You just know they're just like killing things. You're scared of them, but you don't feel sorry for them. Whereas Tony Todd's character, you're scared of him, but you also feel sorry for him, because he's a tortured man it's almost like he wants his revenge, but he just wants his life back as to how it was before he was killed. But the way he goes about it is obviously horrible. And then the whole cult thing about him by being a part of the apartment block, and the people there are like worshipping him almost, or afraid of him as well. It was a very, very, very deep story that really, really surprised me. And accompany that with the music and the set design. Very good film.
Philip Glass's music in that, the soundtrack of that, even just the religious, like overpowering like music, lots of strong instruments coming in, and throughout that just works so well. Especially they used it so much, and if you actually think some films or any other films, or if it's not done correctly and you use it that much, it really affects the film. Like it just makes it seem like, what's this stupid corny music? If you just sometimes had some of that over something like which it didn't need to be, you would be a little bit like, this is getting repetitive. But it was constantly always there. If you listen, building, and it would constantly build, and then when he would come, Candyman, it would be them two together. That like presence as well, especially when they were spinning. Do you remember that, like the binding circle of love almost? It was like it building up and playing that like beautiful, like the organ coming with those bits.
I was thinking like, oh, what is this religious music for? Is it because most people think an easy way to make something seem grand and scary is to use like organ music? And then I was thinking, maybe it's just Clive Barker's, from where he wrote the book, they're just tapping into his religious themes that he likes. But it plays into the fact that Candyman is almost like a religious figure to the people that live there, and then Helen becomes like a saint at the end of the film. So it all ties in together with religion. So there's so many themes. There's religion, there's class, there's race, and each one is just as balanced as each other. It's not just in your face. Works well. Who's your MVP, Jack, for Candyman?
It's very hard to choose, but I think it's got to be Tony Todd. Can you picture anyone else being him? That's the best way to describe it. You just can't, can you? It's so unique. Like his swagger, almost the way he moved as well. And again, when you have those headphones on, and I heard that voice, it's so overpowering, and that performance just makes him a horror icon. So as soon as you establish yourself as that through that performance, and just you watching it straight away, he's got to be the most impactful thing in the film, personally.
No, I totally agree. Tony Todd for me as well. He is the standout thing of that film, and is, like I said, you're afraid of him, but you feel sorry for him as well. So Jack, what is your score for Candyman?
I think I'm going to give this an 87.
Jesus. I'm going to give Candyman a 70 out of 100. Yeah, that's good for a horror film. Most of the horror films I've rated have been in the 60s, whereas this one, it toyed with the themes a little bit more, delved into the characters and built relationships between each side character and actually cared about them. So yeah, I'll give it a 70. It's a fun film.
Throw up.
There you have it, everybody. A 70 from me and an 87 from Jack for Candyman. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more, be sure to press that like button and that subscribe button if you're new. And while you're at it, why not follow us on Instagram and Twitch. And if you want to see our full length video, be sure to follow the link to our Patreon down below. Me and Jack will be back with another video very soon. Cheerio.